Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing today? We just send the link out and we wait for a while for everybody to join. So Mark said hi. How are you doing, Mark? I saw somebody join with the name Theodoros P. Theodoros. We have the same name, and it's very rare to find someone with the name Theodoros on the webinars. Mark said, I'm good, thanks. Join Premium for first time. Congratulations. DG said, hi. Just completed my first week. Very happy. Fantastic. Theodoros, I figured it out that you speak Greek. How are you doing, Theodore? I hope you're doing well. Are you Greek or Greek Cypriot? So, guys, let's give it let's say one more minute for everyone to join. Let me know, where are you watching us from? Come on. Let me know, please. Last time we had people from everywhere. Theodore's from Athens. Nice. Sarah from London. Omar, UK. Omar, UK. Rohit from India. Nice. Somebody with the name Ambitious. I like that name. From Nigeria. Henry from Estonia. Lucas from Malta. Satya from UK. DG Greg, Wales, UK. Oh, tonight UK, it's so far 4 people from UK. Pavel from Bulgaria with the flags over there. Michael, hello Michael. David from Slovenia. Mark, UK also. Okay. Okay, tonight the UK. Mike from United Arab Emirates. Awesome. So I think Jack from UK. Okay. Okay, I get it. Nice. So I'm really excited to host another weekly webinar here at Elevating Forex. Bobby from Dallas, Texas. Nice. I've been there as well. It's beautiful. So, as I said, I'm very excited to host another weekly webinar here at Elevating Forex. And as usual, the disclaimer just states that nobody is responsible for any results, because what happened yesterday in the market, it might not be the same that's going to happen tomorrow. Therefore, this information here are for education purposes only. Okay. So for those they join us for first time, who is on this webinar for first time? Let me know, please. Omar said, I am. Great. Sarah, Satya, wow, many people here. Nice. Elizabeth Ayag, nice. Wow, wow. Maricia, so many people. Great. So, for those that don't know me, my name is Theo. My surname is Theodorou, and I'm Greek Cypriot here. So, it's as far of where my trading experience, expertise, everything that stands for. I'm a certified financial technical analyst. I hold certifications from the Society of Technical Analysis in the UK, as well as from the International Federation of Technical Analysts, and I hold the certification as a certified market technician. So why I did that? Because I love trading. Also, I love analyzing the markets, and this is my full-time job. Okay, so everything around trading, market analysis, private coaching, group coaching, educating, and all this stuff. So I have more than 10 years experience when it comes to trading. And let's say 10 years ago when I started, we used to trade primarily the currencies, but now we trade also cryptocurrencies. Very, very into commodities and indices, especially during the New York trading sessions. That's what I primarily trade. When it comes to the currency correlation, that's where I enjoy the most, and that was also the hottest part of, let's say, last week, when everything was about currency correlations and with the Swiss francs and all this stuff. We will talk a little bit about later. On a daily basis, beside my trading activity, I deliver market analysis for some hedge funds, for some prop firms that they offer challenges to traders. I also create educational courses and about trading and investing. I published some articles in financial magazines. It's there, you can find them. And there are some YouTube events that, sorry, not YouTube events. There are some webinars that I did. They are on YouTube if you want to search, where I've done webinars with Steve Nilsson, with John Bollinger, with Daniela Kalle, with so many other great and famous traders. So that's enough for me. So I monologue a little bit. Now, as I always say, what is the purpose of this Sunday weekly market insight? Is to equip every single one of you with the knowledge you need to be able, if you want to trade yourself, beside the trading signals that you receive on a daily basis from the channel, from the premium, you can also learn the way I teach you here. It's something that I personally trade, the way you can trade as well, okay? But because I'm not going to be sitting here doing the live webinars all day long, I found a strategy that works exceptionally well. It works accurately and perfectly under normal market conditions, in the Forex market, in indices, in commodities. So this strategy involves to do analysis on a higher time frame, and in this case I use primarily the weekly chart, and then I go on the 4-hour time frame and I press the trigger to initiate the trade. Okay, now why I do that? Simply because on the on a daily basis, either you're going to be in front of the computer all day long looking for trading setups, or you're going to look the charts sometimes, let's say a couple of times per day. And if you find what we teach here, you can take the trade, you can execute, and you can just let the market to move. Okay, how does it sound to you guys? Does it sound something simple, something you can learn, something you are happy with that? Because I'm the only one that talks here. You can use the chat, you can write, you can type, you can say, you can agree, you can disagree. And my purpose here is to also help you to become a skillful trader and a profitable trader. Okay. So if you're gonna stick around with the webinars a little bit more, you're gonna identify how to do it also yourselves. Okay, but you're gonna have me every single week doing here the same thing, explain you the same thing, and hopefully you're gonna get all the help. Also, by the way, if you have any questions about trading, about what I teach here, feel free to find me on social media. I have a LinkedIn account, I have Facebook, I have Telegram, everything. You can just, also you can find me on Telegram. Here is the link, or on the LinkedIn. If you have questions about anything regards to the premium, to elevating Forex, to everything that stuff, send a message to the support, and Giles will be the best person to assist you. So with the euro US dollar, what happened last week? This is the weekly chart. Last week, what happened? The price tried to trade it all the way up here. Can you guys see where I draw on the screen? Or should I use a color that it's more dark? Just let me know. The price rejected with this, what we call a pin bar. And after that, this has bearish implications. Guys, I can teach you a lot of stuff, and in a very simple way, you will be able to execute and implement. Okay, what you need to do if you want to become a successful trader is to give yourself a little bit of time to understand few things. Okay. Friendly Fred, how fast do you get access to the channel when you pay for the access? I'm not sure about this stuff. Please message to Gios at support. Okay. Thank you very much. So from next week, we expect that at some point, if this pin bar will activate the sell orders, the market is expected to drop and move lower. Okay, so how, if we identify the direction on the weekly chart, then we go on the 4-hour time frame and we want to find the way to execute. Okay, and just to make a parenthesis here, because some time ago I talked about to send you some of my ebooks and all this stuff, but I didn't do anything, and I apologize for that. Okay, what am I gonna do this week, and I can send it out to you guys. Maybe I will do, let's say, a couple of slides drawing about the specific price action setup I use to execute the trade. What I look in order to press the trigger on the trade. Okay, if you think that's going to help you, let me know. Also send me maybe a message on the Telegram so I can send you the sheet when I prepare it. Okay, it's going to just be a couple of slides. Okay, it's not going to be something extreme. But again, for those who maybe need some more personal coaching or some more, let's say, group educational trading or something that you want to interact with me, you have to let me know. Okay, because here in 1 hour is as much as I can do for you guys. I hope you understand. Now, next week, I expected that this one here, it's going to continue lowering. And for those who are maybe familiar with smart money ideas and concept, we most likely going to see a fill up of this fair value price. Okay, so the price we expected to drop further below here. Now, how I prefer to enter this one, if the price is going to make a low that it's going to be lower than this low here, then I will wait for the retracement, and upon the pin reversal or the bearish engulfing that I will send you later in next week actually, then we will be able to take the trade. By the way, you don't need to be on the premium or not in order to receive that slides, the couple of slides in a spreadsheet I will send out. I will just do it purely for everyone that it's on this webinar. Okay, so don't get worried. When you want to join the premium, you message Gios at support. But for that one, if you just send a message either to me or to Gios that you want to receive the price action setups that I trade, I can just forward it to you. Some people, they told me they found it much easier if I just give them my Telegram and I can just forward the message. Some others, they prefer to send that support, and then support forward the message to me, and then I send it back. So easier, whatever it's easier for you. Okay, however you feel more comfortable with it. So this is the bias for the Euro US dollar. Next one, Great British Pound US dollars. By the way, I will also, yes, Ugmius, just send me a message and I will do that for you as well. So, Great British Pound US dollar next week, based on the fundamental news that they're gonna keep busy the Great British Pound, some gross domestic product, some retail sales. We do expect it that the sterling it's gonna gain some strength, and if the sterling is gonna gain some strength, then we might gonna see a push to the upside. So that's what we see on the weekly chart. How can we enter on the 4-hour time frame? By the way, if you want to enter on the lower time frames, 1 hour chart, 30-minute chart, feel free to do it. Same price action, same setup. I just say here on the webinar for the 4-hour chart because it's much easier to keep up with the markets. And the lower the time frame, sure, Theodoros, no problem. I got that one. So the lower the time frame we go to trade, the more precise and more disciplined we need to be if we want to really make money out of trading, okay? Considering of the losses occur, of course. So that's why what I teach, it's 100% applicable in this way, in this essence, on the 4-hour time frame. If you want to go on the hourly and 30 minutes, we have to add few more things on the entries, okay? But for someone that it's a beginner or an intermediate trader to master trading, this is the bread and butter, if you want to call it, okay? Everything you're trying to do that it requires more details, they're gonna just mess around. So the Great British Pound, US dollar, we see that the price it's in a downtrend. At this point, it created a double bottom, and here is what, yes, Fred, exactly. Here is what many traders, they messaged me on my channels on Discord last week, and they were complaining about this setup here. For those they know, this is a double bottom with a bullish divergence or positive divergence on the RSI. This is the indicator here. For those they don't know, that's okay. You learned it now. And this is on a kind of disagreement between the momentum and the price, where it goes. And many traders, they try to enter long here because they saw this bullish engulfing candle with a stop loss below there. But there are things to consider, like the range of the price, like the momentum, like the market structure. Now, let me make it extremely clear to you guys, and this way I believe you can save your trading account a lot. When you spot divergences, it means that it will change the current market. It will put the price into a corrective phase. It doesn't necessarily mean it will reverse the trend, and the downtrend, because of this divergence, it's going to be for sure an uptrend. No, maybe after we're going to see a break of structure, this is going to turn into an uptrend. But what the divergence means for the trader is, hey, at this point here, if you are an intraday trader, stop selling, because the divergence, most likely, they're going to push the price higher. So better find an area with a bearish engulfing order block or something and wait there for a price setup. Okay, I hope that's going to be very insightful and very strong piece of knowledge for all of you guys. All right, so that's what's with the Great British Pound US dollar. We expected the strength here. If the price is going to break above this market structure here, then I will wait for a kind of retracement here. After I see the black candles or red candles, depends on the charts you use, the colors you use, then we're going to see a bullish engulfing or a bullish hammer, and we're going to go long at some point if this is going to happen. Okay. Next one, Australian dollar, US dollar. Look at this weekly chart. The price traded at this area of a strong support. How did we know that it was a strong support? Because, or how do I know? Because it's my job to find it out. So that was a strong support here for many reasons I can explain for hours on this webinar, but we have only a handful of time. So this bullish engulfing combination pin bar indicates that afterwards the market is expected to move on the north side. Okay, so we do expect it to see some bullish momentum in this after this move. On the 4-hour time frame now, already the price started making higher highs and higher lows. So out of the 3 major currency pairs we saw so far, this one it's the most ready in terms of setups. So at this point here in this area, there is what we call a bullish engulfing order block. That's the first thing. I'm going to also, in the next few webinars, I'm going to prepare a checklist, execution checklist, and I will send it out to you guys, okay? So one by one things. Then we have this, in the checklist, it's like your action plan. Like you want to enter the trade, you see, do I have this? Yes. Do I have that? Yes. Do I have this? Yes. Okay, I press the trigger, I take the trade. This is what the checklist means. Or if the first one it's not there, but only the second and the third parameter applies, I don't take the trade. Simple. It's either I take or not take the trade. There is nothing to think about that. And based on my experience as a mentor and a coach, and of course as a trader, primarily as a trader, without a checklist, if you try to master trading, you're gonna find it very difficult because your brain, it's gonna all the time associate things and charts trying to make scenarios. But with a checklist, always you don't need to make scenarios. You're gonna check if these 3 points are there at the same time, and then you take the trade. How cool is that? So at this point here, we expect the price to find some kind of support, to bounce off and to move upward. If it's not going to happen here and it's going to have a deeper retracement, let it be. But for as long as these higher highs and higher lows are maintaining in the market, then we consider this as an uptrend and we want to trade it towards the north, to the upside. Okay, so we keep this in our watch list as well. And so far, we identified 2 important things based on currency correlation: that the euro-US dollar is weak and the Australian dollar-US dollar is strong. So if the Australian dollar against the US dollar is strong and the euro is weak, it means if we put together the euro and the Australian dollar based on currency correlation setups or analysis, we have to go short and try to sell the euro Australian dollar. Okay, so if I scan the market, let's say on Monday, on Tuesday, and I look to and I find, let's say, on the euro Australian dollar opportunities to go short, it means to sell. I made passes. Okay, I know I won't take the trade. I will show you. I have them on the watch list here. Next one, let's check the USD Canadian dollar. USD Canadian dollar weekly chart. The price created my favorite reversal price action, which is the engulfing. And because it's a black engulfing, we call it bearish engulfing. So after a bearish engulfing occurs on the weekly chart, it indicates that most likely the sellers, the sell orders, will take over, will take control. So if the sell orders will dominate the market on the 4-hour chart, I would like to see lower highs and lower lows in terms of a downtrend or any descending triangle perhaps, or any reversal price action pattern that it's going to show that the 4-hour time frame is ready for sell short position. So I'm going to look for also to go short on this one here, and we'll see what's going to happen. If I see bearish engulfing, and the ultimate take profit areas, it's going to be around the 1.36 if you want to put on your chart. Next one, USD Swissy. It was something crazy last week with the Swiss franc, especially on Monday when the market opened. I have a lot of friends that they run bots and they run how do you call it, managed accounts. They run some small hedge funds, I can call them, okay, and they were over leveraged on the Swiss franc, okay, and we had a lot of kind of alerts on Monday. But it's something that traders, they couldn't understand with the Swiss francs, especially on the New Zealand Swissy, CAD Swiss, Aussie Swiss, and all this stuff. I will show you later. But regarding to the US dollar Swiss franc, it might be easier to use the watermark here. So that's the USD CHF, or other people, they call it CHUF. I don't know why, but Maybe it makes sense. Okay, the price overall, it's in a downtrend, but at this point here, it started making higher highs and higher lows. The resistance, you can copy paste these levels I have here. Okay, this is one of the analysis. It's going to go to a hedge fund on Monday. So just trust me, just copy the levels, put it on your chart, and they are good. So my scenario here is that if the price will breaks above this previous week's high, then it's going to continue until this R2 resistance here. There is a reason I have this R2 resistance here and not only this one up there. So how can we trade if the price move upwards? Rarely the prices, they just go on a straight line from the one level to the other. The prices, they like to move in that wavy pattern. So maybe not that perfectly drawn as I put it on the chart here, but very close to that. So we want to see green candles, and then we want to see what color? Black candles or red candles. After we see red candles or black candles, we want to press the trigger and go long to buy the market. Okay, that's the plan for the Swissy and the US dollar. Next one on the list, I have the Euro Great British Pound, and here is the point. So we said, we identified earlier that the euro is weak. The pound, it might gonna get strengthened because of the fundamentals. Now, how do I know all this stuff? I spent all my weekend to write reports about what we expect to happen late this week in the market. I create paragraphs that they are relevant to each day's events and potential trading setups that the traders can trade to this stuff. Okay, so that's why I'm very well informed about all the fundamentals every single day and how can they affect the market. I don't trade the fundamentals, but when the fundamentals, they match the technical charts, I'm all over the place. It's like I'm like the kid who saw the candies for first time. I mean, I want to take the trade. I want to just grab all of them. Okay. I try to make some fun like on these webinars, not to be to keep you also awake. I hope you don't sleep in front of the keyboard, yeah, on your computers or phones, iPads. So Great British Pound, if it's gonna gain strength, then let's delete this one. The price chart on the weekly price chart on the Euro Great British Pound shows some resistance areas here. And last week the price traded all the way to this level and then rejected and moved downward. Therefore, it left behind this tail. Now, this is a reversal price action, and when we see weekly reversal price actions, we want to go on the lower time frames, 4 hours or 1 hour chart, and what we want to look there is for the market to start making lower highs and lower lows. Once the market start making lower highs and lower lows, it means that the 4 hour trend, as we call it, it turned from an uptrend or a sideways move to a potential downtrend, right? Like this now. So the plan is to continue see these black candles pushing the price lower, and at some point to see green candles somewhere at the level of resistance. And then after these black candles, a bearish engulfing or a bearish pin bar or a shooting star, and the last two names, they represent by the same candlestick pattern. So to take the trade short and sell until whichever level we're going to find that it's significant. Like for now, it's the 0.85. So this is the plan. I'm going short if everything goes as this plan. And the question is, when do we know that our plan is not tradable? Or when can we say, you know what, the market is not offering this opportunity? When the price on the execution time frame changes its market structure. Like now it's the development of a downtrend, but from Monday onwards, instead of the price moving downwards, if it starts doing like this, then definitely we will not proceed with further downtrend setups. Okay. And again, many traders, they ask me this question all the time. They say, I watch the one, I do my analysis on the 4-hour time frame, then I go on the hourly time frame to look for this, then I go on the 15-minute chart to look for that, and then I go on the 5 minutes or 1 minute chart to take the trade, to execute. My answer to that is, you are focusing on so many different time frames, they bring confusion. And confusion in trading stops you from making well trading decisions. So you need to focus only on a couple of time frames. After that, on the execution time frame, that's where you trade the trends. On your execution time frame, you're going to see the market structure. Okay. So next one, the Euro Swissy. Guys, I see many comments here. I would like to go through everything. Can we go through Swissy? Yes. From the weekly to hourly, then you will see which way it will go. Yes, of course, friend. Theodoro said every Sunday I do a weekly strategy as well. Absolutely fantastic. DG asks, can we use this strategy on a small £600 account? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Everything depends on the risk. If you want, I can just explain you a little bit on a private chat about this stuff. Okay, just to give you some directions there, and that's fine. What's the best way to trade on a small account? Next, we answer this. Yes. Weekly and 4-hour chart. Yes. Nate asks if there is, oh, that's a great question. If there is divergences like bearish divergence on RSI and market is bearish and it is at an order block with a double top or head and shoulders, is it better way to use? Is that a better way to use? Absolutely. That's a fantastic way to use the bearish divergences because you have many factors of confluence. They all indicate for the price to drop. Okay. We talked about this New Zealand US dollar. Yeah, let's do analysis on the New Zealand US dollar. So this one here finally tried to make it a little bit higher highs and higher lows. It looks like now that the trend, it's stalled around this area of resistance. It's been sitting for ages, this price level here. Okay, and I didn't move it for a purpose. So let's see. The important thing is to see if the price it's going to trade below this swing low point. If the price is going to trade below this swing low, then it means New Zealand is very weak and we're going to try to go for short. But if we're going to see a reversal price action around this area, we're going to like to go for long up to this order block here, up to this resistance area, up to this supply area, however do you want to call it. Okay, but I will not try, I don't trade inside, I don't buy the resistance, I don't sell the support, and that's the reason kept me in trading for more than a decade, because at resistance I prefer to be a seller and at support I prefer to be a buyer, but upon market analysis and well-informed price action trading decision or order blocks trading, fair value prices, maybe some people know this fair value gap and all this stuff. So next one, let's check did we check the Euro Swissy? No, but what I find out is that the euro it's weak and also the Swissy is weak. Ready ask for the gold, and yes, we will see the gold in a while. Both euro and the Swiss franc are weak in general, so maybe the Swiss franc is weaker than the euro and it's going to drive this market further upwards, but maybe not. So I prefer to stay away from the Euro Swissy, and why not to choose the Great British Pound against the Swiss, because the Great British Pound is more promising for bullishness. So if the Great British Pound will gain strength and the Swiss franc will keep being a weak currency next week, we might gonna see some solid and robust move to the upside. This is the weekly chart of the pound Swissy with a pin bar reversal. Although last week we were trading short this one, now this pin bar reversal indicates that the market, it might gonna move upward. So on the 4-hour chart, I would like to see more of these waves, and after every retracement, it means after every after the series of blank candles, I would like to see this kind of green candles reversals, and then I will buy with a stop loss below there and just go for 2-to-1 and 3-to-1. When I take trades on the 4-hour time frame and an hourly time frame, based on this way I teach, I always go for minimum 2-to-1 minimum. If there is a room to until the next, if I buy and until the next resistance, there is a room to make 3-to-1, yes, I will go for that one. So let's keep in mind for the Great British Pound Swissy. Next one, I think that's going to be a bit hot next week. The Euro Canadian, sorry, not the Euro CAD, but the Euro Australian dollar, the Euro Aussie. Why? Because the price entered, it was bullish, and it tried to break above a very strong area of resistance that found on the weekly chart. And the 1.7, it's a strong number for this currency pair. And last week, the price not only didn't manage to break through, but also the sell orders were so significant at this level, they created this nice bearish candle with a long upper wick, which rejected the higher prices. Now, this means that after someone expected that the market will drop lower. So if the market will drop lower, what can we do on the 4-hour charts, on the hourly time frame? But let's stick on the 4-hour chart. And this is a present for you, a gift for you if you want. For those that trade for a while, you know that head and shoulders patterns, it's among the most difficult to spot, accurately to spot them, and especially on the higher time frames. But there is a head and shoulder reversal pattern here. Okay, the neckline just broke, so we expect that the market is going to move. And when I want to estimate the final target, I always use static support and resistance, but I also measure the Fibonacci extension numbers. And in this case, something amazing happened. The 200% Fibonacci extension, it matches perfectly with the static support of 1.6. And again, it's a great number for the Euro Aussie. So there are many factors that they suggest that if this market it's going to keep trading lower, the final target it's going to be down here. Maybe it's not going to happen. I don't have any kind of crystal ball in front of me to know what's going to happen, but that's what we do expect. Okay, now let's check the gold. We left it for a while. Look at this on the weekly chart. The price is at all-time high. After this move, we expected to see some more bearishness. We see some more weakness on this one because once the price reaches its all-time high, at some point it wants to retrace and then it wants to continue perhaps. But what happened is that on Monday, and anyway, the unfortunate political, economical, geopolitical events they're going around the world currently, they affected the price of the gold that is used as safe haven asset. Although people now, they are, the gold market and silver market got distracted too much by the cryptocurrency market. So if we didn't have access to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the rest, you will have seen the price of the gold to skyrocket now, because all this money they moved from the ETFs, the stock market, in the last couple of weeks. They allocated some of them to the Japanese yen, some of them to the Swiss, some of them to the gold, some of them to the cryptocurrencies. But if we didn't have the cryptocurrencies, you would have seen the price of the gold to be skyrocket. But for us trading here, guys, in trading, we want to trade not what is going on with any political or geopolitical events. We want to trade chart patterns, and chart patterns are very predictable. So on this weekly time frame, we see a bullish candle at an all-time high area, and then we see a reversal price action signal at this all-time high area. Now, because this has bullish implications, this bearish candlestick here, it has bullish implications, but when it found that resistance, sometimes it has bearish implications. So what can we do? The weekly chart is not clear. If I go back to the Euro Australian dollar, just as a comparison, you see the weekly chart here is clear because the price rejected the resistance level, and the price action, it's a reversal price action, a bearish reversal price action, crystal clear. We expected, and high probabilities is next week, to see the market moving lower. But on the gold, the price has a reversal, a bullish reversal price action, but at resistance, not at support. And this might gonna be a little bit, it's gonna rise a bit of confusion. So if you're trading the lower time frames and you want to take trades on the gold, for example, at this point here, the market, it moved higher. Okay, it's obvious. And the RSI, it's above the middle line of 50, so it's bullish. We can look for bullish opportunities, but on the 4-hour chart, it's nothing. You need to go on the lower time frame, perhaps, to buy some price action. So if the price start moving with higher highs and higher lows on the lower time frames, the strong resistance area, it's up to here. So we can maybe take some profits around this level. Then if the price breaks above this level, then we have another strong resistance, which is this one here, the all-time high. So there are few obstacles, and you have to respect that, okay? And so pretty much that's the analysis for the gold. It's overall bullish until this area here. We don't know what's going to happen here. It's very tricky. But again, if we see a reversal price action somewhere in this line and the market start dropping again, where is our bias? We want to see clear higher highs and higher lows in order to buy, and we want to see clear lower highs and lower lows in order to sell. And that's a general rule. If this won't apply on the gold market next week on the 4-hour chart, maybe it's going to apply on the 1-minute chart. So you can trade that that way, but always try to trade with the trend. Why? Because it's the momentum, and when you trade the momentum, chances are to go with the momentum. When people, they say don't trade the trend and then this is this and take this and that, I'm telling you, try anything, backtest anything. What it's going to give you high reward to risk, it's going to be the trend trading. The support and resistance, if they are a part of the trend trading, it's going to just increase your probabilities for successful trades drastically. Aaron said, hi Theo, I just came in, I wanted to what do you think for the gold? Will go down starting from tonight, Aaron? Mate, I don't know what it's going to do tonight, especially with the market open. Maybe we're going to see some gaps. Depends what happened this weekend. Okay, so let's see. Let's keep an eye. Do you use 1-minute chart for trading gold? Fred, I don't do trading now on the 1-minute chart. I used to do before. I used to do it on the NASDAQ and the US oil. Okay, on the gold, I take trades primarily on the 30-minute chart. I have another strategy that I use on the 30-minute chart for trading the gold. Okay. Yes, I figured out that you are scalping, and that's great. Next one, let me give you some currency pairs that you will most likely need next week. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. I'm not going to say I will be active much on this one, although the price action is good. But so the weekly chart on the Australian dollar CAD is up. It's in an uptrend. The weekly analysis also offers a bullish order block here, and the price respected it, bounced off, and moved upwards. Okay. Again, the market still makes lower highs and lower lows at this point, but on the 4-hour time frame, how can we attack this market? Is here it was a high, here it was the low, and the price still trades above, up to this high. For me to be worth trading this market, I need to see the price moving above this high point here, like the Australian dollar did to the US dollar if you were on this webinar. So only if the price moves above these highs, then I will look for bullish opportunities. But if this is not going to happen and the market will drift around here, I'm going to stay out. I'm not going to buy. I'm not going to sell on the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. I will try to stay away from the Aussie Kiwi because both the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar are equally, they pretty much move equally, and they are both expected to gain some strength because they were very depreciated last week. So I'm going to stay away from these pairs. Australian dollar, Swissy. I told you at the beginning that I will explain you a little bit more of what happens here, and everybody were panicking and they losing enormous amount of money on the Swissy because they first they didn't know that the Swiss franc is one of the safe. Did you guys know that the Swiss franc is one of the safe haven assets when there are wars going around and economic and political uncertainties and there is financial crisis? The Switzerland's currency always through the ages with the gold, they were used as the safe haven asset. Did you guys know that? Did anyone know that? I'm not testing which know and what knows what, or it's not something that I don't know and I'm scared to say that I don't know, but this is what's going on. So if we understood that, then we wouldn't try to go short and we wouldn't try to start buying these kind of all-time lows, because as we have all-time highs, we also have all-time lows, and the all-time lows, it what's going on with the Australian dollar Swissy, New Zealand Swissy, CAD Swissy, pretty much this against the Swiss franc. So at this point here, the price traded all the way to the all-time low, and it found support and it bounced off. Of course, it created these bullish divergences because it's very unusual for the market to test the all-time low, and automatically bullish buyers, they stepped in and they bought the price, they bought the market. So what we expect on the 4-hour chart and how I will be trading this one is if the price will maintain this higher highs, higher lows formation, I want to see just a reversal price action around here. If I see a bullish reversal price action, I'll just go long and I will just buy this one. Okay, simple stuff. I repeat the same process throughout the years. Everything, whether I trade my personal accounts, whether I trade prop firm challenges, spaces, I do the same thing day in, day out. I don't change something here and something there. Everywhere it's the same. I trade the way I explained here. Another one, New Zealand Kiwi. Look at this on the weekly chart. That was the all-time low here. It's nothing lower since 1990, 1979, 78, 1980. What happened is that the price was trading for some time, let's say 1 year around this area, and then it broke below and it created a new all-time low. Traders, they thought this is going to be the lowest ever and they're going to try to buy it, but unfortunately they were over leveraging here and they lost fortunes. I know big trading accounts, they got wiped out because it's not how much money you put on a trading account, it's how good information you have to trade the markets. Okay, so at this point here, yes, we do expect it, more buying pressure. Now, if you go, let's go on the hourly time frame. If you go on the hourly time frame here, you will see that the market makes higher highs and higher lows. So we use, let's say, Fibonacci retracements, we use support, we want, it's going to be on the checklist I will share with you hopefully in the next few weeks. And then the price, it's going to find support, bounce off and move upwards. Okay, but if the price penetrate this swing low here, then yeah, we're going to look for, actually I'm not going to look for short, I'm going to just not look for long positions. Is it fair enough? Yep. I think that's all. We have a lot of things to keep an eye on for next week. There are going to be a lot of opportunities. Also on the NASDAQ, if you are trading US indices, all the US indices, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500 and the US 30, they have the same price action here. It's a reversal, strong, powerful weekly reversal price action within the context of the uptrend. So on the 4-hour chart, 1-hour chart, we can find these higher highs and higher lows, and we can just simply buy it. Simple. So I will be looking for buying opportunities on the US indices next week. Guys, I think that's all from me today. We exceeded our time, but I don't mind as long as I share valuable information with you and I positively impact your trading, your learning curve. I'm happy to do that. It's no problem. I don't see any other questions. So for those, again, if you want to ask anything about what we explained here, you can either send me a message on Telegram, you can send a message at support, and then Giles will direct you to me. However, it's easier for you, okay? If you want to, some people, they ask me, how do we know that you have this experience and you have this certification and all this stuff? I can send you copies, don't worry about that. Some other people, they wanted to see my LinkedIn profile to see that I'm a professional in the industry. I can share that with you. Some people ask how to find me on Telegram. I will share my link on Telegram. Actually, I think it's the same username that I have here. Guys, try to see if this link works. I think it works on Telegram. I think so. I hope so. Okay. Michael, please send me a message so I know to send it on Telegram there. Fred, wanna get in the group, so how fast after I pay I get the channel? I don't know this stuff. You need to speak with Giles at support. Okay, send a message to Giles that you want to get into the, I assume you're talking about the premium channel, right? Yes, anything to do about the premium channel, please message at support and Giles will give you instructions. I don't know about this stuff. Whatever you need to ask on the analysis we do here every Sunday, on the currency pairs I go through, on the strategy I explain, whatever you need to ask, feel free to contact me. Okay, so again, it was a privilege and honor to host this webinar for everyone here. Myself, the Elevating Forex team, would like to wish you a fantastic evening, wherever you are in the world. If we didn't If we didn't cover any currency pair, apologies for that. I hope we had more time to do. So yeah, thank you so much for your great comments. Guys, we're going to be here again next Sunday at the same time. And I look forward to see you again here and to tell me how your weekly trading was, if you took some trades, if the setups we explained here appear and you manage to take some trades, or if you make the effort because you are new in trading and you don't understand really well, just please feel free to contact me or come on the webinar again and I will help you. Okay, thank you so much. Bye everyone. It's always been a pleasure. Thank you.